Okay, who's ready for some Touhou? That goes dead this time? I don't know how. I wonder how probable that is. Why am I on Marissa B? Why is it on Marissa? Someone isn't awake yet. Contrary, I've been up for over 12 hours. I'm a little too awake. I willingly selected Marissa B, and I fumbled into it. I've never willingly selected Marissa B. SMH, what do I look like, a Marissa player? Nice cat. Yeah. Well, I need to find a different sock. This one has a hole in it. It's bothering me. I need a reminder at some point next week. I gotta go get more socks. My supply's running low. I'm very practicing Suwag over the true LNN. Yeah, totally. Oh, too frisky. My 3 in a row. How am I gonna sit here and call it Fearless Free God now? It's Conocover. Time to do the thing I hate so dear. You piece of poop. Oh, come on. I hate this spell. It's so annoying. This, I cannot stand the spell sometimes. There we go. There we go. I think that's 5 in a row. Hello, Kageyama. Piece of shite. I don't know if I've ever complained enough about this spell. The problem with hating Hydro Camo is that eventually you run out of hate. Goes on a 5 cap streak, immediately goes on a 5 losing streak. Hitbox moment. I goo 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 goo. This spell makes me violent. Hydro Camo 2, the sequel. That's this spell. Except this spell is better. Even if it is kind of painful at times. Does it better, Notori or Satori? Does Satori even copy this spell? Or, Hydro Camouflage, first of all, and second of all, if she does, I have really no familiarity with it. She does Procreo, or whatever it's called. Procreation, Extending Arm, and something else. I don't know what the other thing off the top of my head is. Koa or whatever it is. Thanks for the good luck, Zebra. Problem with white Gatorade is that I eventually run out of white Gatorade. Better today. Better. Not great, but a lot better. It'll probably fall off in the next, like, 2 hours, but... just because it's gonna be, like, end of the day, and I'm gonna be getting tired. That's why I started streaming an hour earlier. I was like, I don't know if I'll do a full stream today. I might only do, like, 3 hours instead of 4. Or some from work. I don't deal with Gatorade at work, though, is the problem. I think, like, Coke or Pepsi has Gatorade in the area. At the very least, we don't have Gatorade in the area. My biggest complaint right now is just the fact that, like, there's this constant, like, I just have this cough right now. It's just, like, this constant, like, itchiness in the back. It's not like, I mean... a mild sore throat is still lingering, but it's like there's just the itchiness in the back of you. It's like there's just something in the back of my throat that's just the lingering cough that's just a very obnoxious. Early kill? Hell yeah, baby. Hello, Minorico. Excuse you. Bumpercrop on its way to scissor me in the bottom of the stage. Okay, once again. Score runners when I don't get the perfect clear. Excuse me, cancel. Yeah, these cancels are mid AF, dude. Holy moly. I could have like an extra 8k right now, Faith. Oh, that was also a bad cancel. Speaking by cancel culture, yeah. Hello, Buggo. You'd be what, like a 390? Probably like a 392. Maybe 393. Maybe 394. Probably like 393. It's gonna be nothing. Did Yamame beat me up yesterday? No, I beat Yamame. I even beat her within the 5-turn requirement, as pain in the ass that it was. We got kid. No, not we. Marissa did, because she's dumb. It didn't fly the right direction, because she's dumb. She could have just gone up, but no, she decided to go run straight into the enemies. Ah, this is the optimal route for escape. And a lot of some very, very powerful yokai and other powerful Touhou characters decided, there's nothing we could do to help, we should just leave. Aren't we Marissa? You think I'm gonna take credit for being Marissa? We are the omnipresent third party that bails Marissa out whenever she fucks up. That, as the gameplay deity we are, that is what we do. I am not Marissa. I am the one that has to bail her out of her incompetence. And all the others, while they, you know. That was pretty good. Cancel. So Alice got it, yeah. And my way to bump my crop. Like, we all saw how much the Aya Ace Attorney dev hates Reimu and Marissa. You think I want to be Marissa and get that much hate? Could be worse. I mean, sure, but like, what character did they hate more than Reimu and Marissa? I don't think there's a character. I guess, like, most devs of old fan games like to make fun of Mei Ling. Could be the China incident from Touhou Soccer all over again. Maybe at some point next year, I'll return back and do another travel mode season. Your buff's pretty rough. What are you talking about, dude? She gets persist. She's broken in FMW. She gets all the glaze in that game. It calls her Baka. That's just because they're jealous of her and her superiority. Back. She is also a certified MILF. swear she's dumb as a bag of rocks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what the big needle propaganda wants you to believe. Neat. This stage is beautiful. Nothing ever goes wrong here. I will say, for some of my critiques over some things, I will say Ace Attorney probably is my favorite Chirno writing I've seen. Meow 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 meow. She was on an Ace Attorney game. Yeah, she was. She was the culprit in the very, very first trial. She also reappeared, I think, in like the last 2 trials of the second game. I know she appeared in one of them. I feel like she might have been in both, but I can't remember both. Ah, you fucking piece of shit! I hate this fucking attack so much. She was in one of the Palace of the Earth Spirit trials, but I feel like she might have been relevant in both. No, I think it was just the first one. Because, like, Suwako, like, manipulated her into trying to, like, steal, and they're trying to, like, place the doll or something to curse Satori. Second good spell design for Hydro. Yeah, someone's got to get on that. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not an emo maker. Although that would probably be a relatively easy one to make. I'm not. It's too much effort. It's hard to say exactly like what line it should be if I make it. Screenshot? Yeah, but like finding a screenshot that's like good, like encompasses what you want, especially in the small size of an emote. It's not always the easiest thing to do. And to figure out what you'd want Hydro to look like, too. Well, to convey the context that you'd want it to. It's a lot of 3s in my faith. Most of the 3s are gone. By most, I mean literally 1. You have a mountain of faith in me? Cool. I have a mountain of faith that I will get the LNN eventually. I just don't know about, today. I mean, like, why would... Well, like, once again, it's like, I could just, like, do literally anything else that isn't just a dog shit line on Ogane. Ooh, really early kill. Speedrun mode engaged. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you in, like, 32 days. 33 days, I think, actually. Yeah, 33 days. We're getting there. We're almost there. 2026, year of the, poltergeist. So it's Christmas. It's Christmas. Oh yeah, we're still waiting for Christmas coming. Christmas too. So Merry Christmas. Speaking of which, I should actually figure out my Christmas shopping soon. Every year I delay it too much. Except last year. Last year was the one year I didn't really delay it too much. Dude, it's been Christmas for 2 months already. Some people in my neighborhood have had their Christmas lights up for like a couple weeks. But not much more than that. People around here, not everyone, but a number of people try to make sure they get their Christmas lights up before it starts snowing. Before it's the snow on the ground. It's just a lot easier to put them up pre-snow than post-snow. From the Mall of America, it's a little you see your own Christmas store. I've been to the Mall of America a couple times. Can't say I've been to the Christmas store, though. Though there are a few places at the Mall of America that I question how much they stay around, but looking at how much traffic the Mall of America gets, I think everywhere there's probably just fine. Neat. Who wants to see a Hydro again? And there's a store in my town that always boggles the mind. It's in our local mall shopping center. It's the Halloween Superstore. It's open like 3 months a year. I don't necessarily know how they exist, but they do. I cannot with this spell, dude. It's such, like, even when you, like, play it well, it's still so annoying. Can't bring your cap. You're playing modded Lob Corp, and you have to decision between the Fumos or Dr. House. Is this like House, like the show with the guy that like is the meme? Like the medical show? House? Yeah. Well, I've beaten the entirety of Lob Corp, but I've literally never played modded Lob Corp, so I know nothing about the these abnormalities, so I'd have to know more about the specifics. Flip a coin. Well, you can at least tell me what they do. Why would I do that type of dodge? Like, we got any Aleph? Like, are either of them an Aleph? You better not tell me the fucking Fumo's an Aleph. Actually, I don't know if I'd be more upset if the Fumo's an Aleph or fucking House was an Aleph. They're both HEs. Oh, lame. I like Lob Corp. I haven't played through it, actually fully beat through the game twice. I quite enjoy Lob Corp, but I will say that is the #1 game that, like, has taught me that, like, you know what? It's fine to sit there and, like, look up the abnormalities when you get a new abnormality, to look it up, not to play into it blind. Lob Corp is not a pleasant game to play blind. At least in that regard. There's nothing there, but you're not risking it. What do you mean risking it? Nothing there is easy. As long as you have, like, someone who can, like, work on nothing there, you're fine. So if you're too early, where you have no employee that is strong enough to work on nothing there, but, like, it's not that hard to get, like, someone with, like, good enough attachment and, like, instinct. Like, it's like a little bit of, like points. It's not like it's that expensive. See, the abnormality I'll always curse the most is the fucking shelter for March, like, what, like 26 or something, whatever date it was. That fucking abnormality made me ruin so many of my days, more than any other abnormality. Melting Love was the one that took me by far the longest to figure out how the fuck to handle. But the shelter is the one that's by far the worst, the hardest abnormality within the game. Like, there are a number of problematic abnormalities. Mountain of Smiling Bodies can suck. Was it the Silent Orchestra? Silent Orchestra, that one can be a big problem. Good old White Knight has its own issues, although it honestly is not that bad. Flesh Idol's pretty bad, pretty painful, pretty annoying. But the map, but the freaking Shelter is easily the worst in my opinion. Human. What other abnormalities are the biggest pains in the asses to deal with? I don't know, you just kind of get a rhythm for handling most of them. Like they all, like, have their own problems in a way, but for the most part, like, they can all... Like Melting Love is a big pain, of course. Nice cap, by the way. Oh, there's the two. There's like the fucking like weird tree like spear thing that's supposed to spoilers. It's like Carmen's nerves or something. I think it's supposed to represent. And then there's like the Shofing fraud or whatever. I completely butchering this saying. I have no clue what the pronunciation is of that. And it's been a while since I saw the abnormality. But those are the ones that require you to either look at them or like not look at them while progress is going on. Those ones suck. But most of the ALFs, once you have a plan down for them, like you can kind of just like routinely take care of them pretty well. Like Mountain of Smiling Bodies, just careful because you gotta make sure the clerks don't die, or or that nobody's going in there injured, which can also trip you up occasionally. Sensor deals 5 billion damage to your units. You love that one. But if you have someone who's healthy enough, you're kind of fine. Nothing there really just requires... a strong enough unit to work on them. If you have someone that's strong enough, nothing there is really not, like, an issue to have escape ever. And even then, it's actually probably a really good source of energy. As long as you have someone strong enough for them. Army in Black is a little annoying, but it's not that. Army in Black's kind of like a less annoying version of Mountain of Smiling Bodies, in my opinion. Making a little courage. Yeah, White Knight is like a weird exception, because it's like a weird thing. And once he turns into once you actually like unlock White Knight as an abnormality, he's not that bad. Like, he doesn't, like, as long as you don't let him escape, he doesn't really, like, do a ton. Yeah, well, I mean, he does require kind of a constant, like, eye on him. So he's kind of demanding, but I still think of the A-list, Melting Love is still the most just painful. Because she's very complex, and so like it's annoying to figure out how to handle her. And she requires just so much like setup in order to handle. It's such a pain in the ass. Don't touch me. Is that a... Oh, that's the button. Yeah, I like that one too. Do I like it? No, I actually don't really like its existence, but I will say it is chuckle-worthy. Fucking dude, that was a disgusting Momiji, bro. What are you doing to me, girl? That was revolting. Like, it was so bad for so long, and I was actually doing, like, so well, too. What other A-lifts am I missing? I feel like I'm missing, like, one. Oh, there's... What's the blue heart with, like, the legs all sticking out of it? Oh, fuck, I can't remember that one. It's been a while since I played Lockthorpe. Blue Star? Oh, right. Blue Star is a bit painful. It's kind of one that on your on your late run you don't really want him. He's one of those like that you kind of really want to avoid. Because when you have to do the late game meltdowns and the final like 5 days, there's like a list of abnormalities. Like, okay, these are the ones you absolutely do not want. It was like trying to fight Vina. Well, either of the... Well, you just have like a slight... Trying to fight Vina with Mountain of Smiling Bodies is just a disaster waiting to happen. I was always certified. I was always a certified Red Riding Hood Mercenary fan. Probably my favorite abnormality. Yeah, chest hit suppression. I thought his was always fine. Like it's tricky. Don't get me wrong, and it can be like a little problematic, but. It's definitely harder than the Red Mists, but like the Red Mist is not that bad. 5x of black damage that stays in your range. Yeah, like there are certain situations with specifically Chesed with Censored deals an insane amount of damage. Like that's like arguably like the scariest thing that can happen during that thing. Because Censor deals like the most damage of every abnormality just working on them. And if that gets boosted, it's just absurd damage. To me, Bina, though, is still always the hardest of the suppressions. No, Apocalypse Verge is not bad. If you're set up like it's 10 times easier to set up well for a Apocalypse Verge suppression than it is for a White Knight suppression. Like in terms of the quote unquote super bosses, like Apocalypse Bird is so much like more straightforward. You can still be problematic. Simply not having the ability to pause the game is always going to be tricky. But as long as you like kill off all your clerks ahead of time just to make sure that like Mountain of Smiling Bodies or like Judgment Bird doesn't get like triggered accidentally during, or I guess Judgment Bird's not Judgment Bird, Big Bird's already out, so that one doesn't matter. As long as you make sure that like none of your abnormalities are going to accidentally get triggered in the middle of it, you can really just like very slowly, patiently work your way through it. Just keep whittling at the eggs. Praying that the universe once killed an egg for you. Sometimes things happen. Honestly, like with a lot of the suppressions are painful in their own way, but I've always found Purple Midnight, sorry, it's a Violet Midnight, I believe, to be like far more painful than like most of the suppression, or at least a fair bit of the suppressions. What was the third Midnight? It was just Amber Midnight, right? Yeah. If you ignore a White Midnight. You like Ferris Wind? God, me too, kid. Cinnamon, how's your lol K going? Don't even ask. It's too late. I literally already did, bruh. I love your ball. I hate him. I just, like, never touch him. Except to, like, get his, like, abnormality completed, and that's it. My baldness is awesome. He turns all of your employees bald. I don't want to become attached. Act a human. I don't want to become attached to all my employees that I like and build a likeness for, and then they all just turn bald. And then they all look the same. I fucking cannot stand this spell. You're a fraud? Here we go again. Touhou player dies to an attack that is perfectly reasonable to die to. I'm washed. It's over. I should probably retire. Reasonable die to racetrack on 2 missed pace. You're right. I can't believe you died to something on the hardest stage in, like, Touhou history. Debatable. You know, I know Touhou 20 exists now. One of the hardest stages in Touhou history, dude. You should probably retire, honestly, dude. You're washed. I think you should just hang up your hat already. You think you will? I'm glad you understand. Touhou players on their way to get a 50% cap rate on an attack, call it free, die into it in the middle of a run, and talk about how dog shit they are as a player. Can you, like, not bumper crop? You can go 100% rate on a racetrack if you did a set. That doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter if you do 50 out of 50. Like, the fact of the matter is, it's Touhou and there's bullets. As long as there's bullets on screen, it's possible to die. Funeral of Dead Butterflies is good. I just like his weapon because it sounds so... I just love the sound effect of the weapon. It's one of the most satisfying sound effects just of all time. I love that one, especially in Library of Runa with the Abnormality card. But even in Lockcorp 2, it's such a good sound. Play for 1 hour ASMR, so true. Cinnamon, who's your favorite of the Prism River sisters? Layla, okay, that's a fine answer. I'll accept it. Cinnamon, what's the hardest part of LOL-K in your opinion right now? Kill yourself. Okay, that's also a good answer. I was gonna say, if you say Dormy Non 1 or PDH, you're banned. I mean, Dormy not will have a 3 streak of DKOing PDH. Think you should be lobotomized? Yeah, I think you're washed, actually. Alan's been rubbing off on you too much. He's washed, his washness is passing on to you. It's never been more Junkover. Ringover. That's like that's what's your opinion on Lunatic September? He's so full of hatred today. Yes, Junko's really rubbing off on you. We love to see it. I just didn't even do anything on that day. I got a 1 miss to Divine Virtues yesterday, so... If I was there, you would have succeeded. So true. Why weren't you there, huh? What were you doing yesterday? Huh? Were you having Thanksgiving? Huh? Were you eating? Are you blessed the runs today? Oh, yeah, it's gonna go uphill from here. American town of Gaylord. Hey, there's other towns in America that celebrate Thanksgiving. I think most towns in America tend to. Don't tell me you're British. Or, worse, French. Right, yeah, I know. I should have been careful of saying that. I probably should have censored myself. You're Bermudan. Oh, you're Bermudan? Name every triangle. Saucily scaling or something. Yeah, you're on point. Why was bumper crop designed? Being sick gives you a buff in Touhou. Well, it gave me a buff yesterday, that's for sure. Today's been questionable so far. Yeah, I just had my best run of date yesterday. And I was way more sick than I am today. Oops, I should not be over here. In 4 days, you're still not OP. That truly must mean that you're washed. Give it up, Cinema. Your life in the schmuck world is over. It's time for you to start playing gotchas. There are a lot of fireworks. You sure they're not bombs? Or gunshots? Sure there's not a war going on? Every man is that worth himself. Then we're waxing poetic. Also, you said every man is that worth himself. What about every woman, huh? What about them? Hmm? Huh? What about that? Huh? You discriminating? Cinnamon? I'm gonna war liberal, you're right. Don't you dare laser me like that. You really trying to scissor me? Again? Hina? Am I getting a sex Fox cosplay? I don't know, if I do if I like dress up as Touhou character like next Halloween, I really don't think I'd do Tsukasa. I tell you what, if you donate me 10,000 USD, I still won't dress up as Tsukasa. Might as well just ban you. Hey, I think you've been rubbing off on Alan, actually. Twitch was not happy with him. Blocked one of his messages. Oof, he was saying some wild things, I tell you. Probably dress up as Rigo for next Halloween. I think I should do Rumia. I jest, realistically, if I do a Touhou character, it's probably going to be Reimu, Sumareko, or Yumemi. See that make Twitch all be triggered when I doubt is mentioned. No, it was the weirdest thing, because normally, I don't know what you see on your end when you send a message that gets, like, held by Automod, but normally when Automod, like, holds a message like, hey, this is questionable, do you want to allow this or not? It'll, like, highlight a word that's like, oh, it doesn't like this. So, like, when you mention the town of Gaylord, it'll highlight that. Or, like, other things, right? Like, I've seen people type, like, you type the word kill yourself right now. Like, when you made the joke about that earlier. But, like, the first time that was mentioned, I had to, like, whitelist that one, because Automod's like, hey, are you sure you want to allow this? It always highlights words. Alan, like, a week ago, sent a message in here, and it got held by Automod, but there wasn't a single word highlighted. It just said, hey, do you want to let this message go through? We, like, held this one. I look, there's nothing questionable about his message. Automod just was like, hey, you want to... This is weird. It's probably because of Alan. They don't trust him. Actually, what it probably is Automod is it's so used to Cinnamon being a problem that it's like started like following people that like engage with Cinnamon. So like anyone who like talks about him or with him is like, ooh, we gotta monitor these people as well. They're probably saying some questionable things. Still talk about you. We talked about that dead relative that died too early, where someone brings up his name and goes, everyone gets quiet real fast. Campfire log. No, it was just a one-time situation. We don't talk about you that much. I try to forget about you usually. It's just the situation was ironic enough. Cinnamon, be jolly. Like, yeah, you listen to display and be jolly. Merry Christmas, by the way, Cinnamon. Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, do you remember what it was like before you started LNN grinding, where you could make fun of people who did, and live in the ignorance of not knowing the pains of LNN grinding? Six months ago, bogs the meat of today. So true. Aka human, by the way. It's brutal. That should be it apostrophe S brutal. It's brutal the way you typed it does not actually make grammatical sense. It should be it is brutal, so there should be the apostrophe in there. So that's a typing mistake, therefore everything you've said today is invalid. It says that Twitch automated. I mean, if you want to ban, you go for it. You don't need my permission. Don't look at me when Twitch decides to give you the axe. Yeah, Simmons on his 4th alt account already. That's crazy. The 3-round fade with Twitch CEO. John Twitch you're talking about? Okay, time to get that great illusionacy. Okay, that's about as far to the right as she can possibly go. Neat. Stage 4, the stage of hopes and dreams. Okay, Momiji, could you be, like, a little bit nicer this time? Please? Okay, that was a lot nicer than last. Well, to be fair, like, anything was a lot nicer than last time. Do 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 do. I love the spinning fairies. Yeah. Neat, nice shoot across, pretty nice and simple. Sorry, nice and shrimple. We love Storm Day, we love Storm Day. Okay, Non-3, you don't have to do, like, you don't have to be that disgusting. Fearless Free God. Hello, 11. Oh, fuck. Yes, this run is still good. And I'm gonna turn you off the moment you show up. 2 days in a row with a pace pass IOs. Always lovely. But you know what I say? Everything's lethal. Yeah, why did you live that long, buddy? That was beyond cringe, my guy. That last fairy decided to shoot at, like, literally the last possible second. Never underestimate this mid-boss. I've made that mistake before. Oop, go to the right first, buddy. Almost fucked that line up. Ooh, duality. Excuse you, yellow bullets. A lot of game left. Sanai's not free. I've died to Sanai twice on base before. You fucking cocksucker. You piece of shit. I saw that, you slut. Holy shit. Never trust Moses. Never trusted this. Is that 6th entry to stage 6? A lot of killers here. A lot of killers. It's a long ways to go. You know what? I'll give it my all. We love Death Fairy, we love Death Fairy. What a disgusting Death Fairy, dude. Holy shit. Wow, that was beyond disgusting. I mean, it is what it is. Just sometimes she just throws that at you. Ugh. Piece of shit. That Death Fairy is turbo cringe. I also hate this, by the way. Oh well, you know what we say. You're just going to have to accept this and move on. Whoop, divining they crop. I don't like this spell, by the way. This spell is annoying. Hitbox moment. Mersa fans in shambles after that. Remember, don't forget to kiss your Kaneko. Very important, your run is considered invalid if you do not do that. Gonna be a 7 waiver. Doesn't really matter, but tis just the nature of Touhou sometimes. Oh, what a disgusting line, bro. Holy shit. Whatever. 6 bath run to date, we take those. Two days in a row with a pace to stage 6, we also take those. Oop, I don't mean to pause. That Death Fairy, man, it's just it just does what it does. Like, that Death Fairy is just, it giveth and taketh away. But you know what? We take those. One of these days, Witch King. That Taurus was really good. Like, that was a very generous Taurus. There was, like, no issues there. Oh, we take those. I'll give, like, 1 or 2 more attempts, but, like, I'll probably call it shortly. I'll run it a little bit just to run some I'm a little on edge right now. A little high strongish. I'm gonna run off my my nerves for a minute before I move on. Hardest fairy in the entire game. Right there, Tipsy the fairy. Fairies are the strongest beings in Gensokyo, confirmed. That was my first death on pace to Death Fairy. Is that my 6th or my 5th best pace? Now that I think of it, I don't actually know. So I've died twice on pace to Kaneko Non 1. I've died to Taurus once. I died to Divine Virtues once on pace. No, I've died to it twice now. What the fuck am I talking about? That was my 6th best pace. I was like, I did it once, and I just remembered, yeah, I literally just did it a second time yesterday, so... It's 6th, yeah. Literal proof, though, that Aya is actually the freest boss in the game? Hold up. Tearless Free literally does one Tearless Wind God on a run today, caps it. Therefore, it's free? That's how this works. Don't fucking grab those, what are you doing? Apparently being 6 is the key to getting good runs. Miyu and I have diarrhea. Bam, 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 bam. That Death Fairy is such a bastard, dude. That fairy's gonna live in my head for the next week. Yeah, Divine Virtues in my head yesterday. Like, I was at work earlier this morning, and that Divine Virtues from yesterday just kept flashing in my head over and over. This frickin' Death Fairy's gonna do the same thing. I hate you. Yeah. No. I'll go here. I had my run. I'll move on to some music guy for now. I shouldn't push my luck in one day. I'll just get tilted if I keep pushing more.